Hey everybody, welcome to the SMA Journey 51 vlog. Okay, in this week's video, I'm going to be talking about three different topics. First, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts and my feelings as I go in for my first maintenance dose, which is scheduled for this coming Monday, March the 12th. Second, I did about a 2.5 minute video where I give everybody a quick overview and a recap of all of the pharmaceutical companies that we've been discussing over the last 4 weeks. And then finally, I did a quick 3-minute video where I go over some of the changes that I did to my website per your request. I had a few of you send me requests wanting copies of the PowerPoint presentations that I've been using, and instead of sending these as attachments in my email to you, what I did was I designed a section in my website where you can download them for yourself. This will make it a lot easier for you and for me. So, what are my thoughts and my feelings as I go in for my first maintenance dose? Well, you know what guys, today and really over the last couple of months, I have felt fantastic. I haven't had this much strength and stamina in my body in probably 10 years. Over the last 4 months since my last loading dose, I feel like I've gained a little bit more strength in my arm. I've definitely gained a lot more strength in my core, and Spinraza has really leveled me off. And to be honest with you, I haven't declined in my strength level in probably 4 to 5 months, maybe even longer than that. Probably ever since I began about the second or third loading dose. It was about that time where I really started maintaining the strength that I gained, and I really haven't lost any strength since then. So I think the Spinraza has really leveled me off, and I feel extremely blessed to be able to say that. With regards to my feelings going into these injections, a friend of mine asked me the other day, she said, is there any difference between the maintenance dose and the loading doses? And I looked at her and I said, you know, for the life of me, I couldn't figure out why there would be a difference because it's the exact same procedure. They'll take me up to the fluoroscopy suites. They'll inject the Spinraza into my central nervous system. They'll send me back to my room for about an hour, and then they'll send me home. You know, other than the blood work and the urinalysis, which are normal tests that they'll take before each injection, there really shouldn't be any difference between the maintenance doses and the actual loading doses that I went through 4 months ago. Now, somebody did ask me whether or not I'm going to be doing a video earlier next week, say like Tuesday or Wednesday, giving everybody an update as to how the procedure went. And the answer to that question is no. And the reason why I'm not going to do a video in the middle of the week is because I want to wait until I get the results back for my blood work and my urinalysis. And I usually get these results back either on Thursday or Friday after the procedure. So I'm just going to be doing my normal Sunday video, and in that video, I'll recap exactly what happened to me. Now, if you haven't already followed me on Twitter, please do so, because Monday after my procedure, I'll send out a tweet letting everybody know exactly what happened and how I'm feeling. Like I said, go out to Twitter, follow me, and you'll get this update on Monday. Okay, so watch these 2 other videos that I did for you, and afterwards, I'll come back and I'll give you a few final thoughts. In this PowerPoint presentation, I'm going to be doing a quick review of the pharmaceutical companies that we've been discussing over the last 4 weeks. Number 1, Avexis Pharmaceuticals. They have a total of 2 clinical trials currently in progress, totaling around 71 participants. Ages eligible for these 2 clinical trials are infants, and the completion date is 1 clinical trial in 2019 and the other clinical trial in 2020. Number 2, Biogen Pharmaceuticals. At this time, there are no clinical trials currently in progress. Number 3, Cytokinetics Pharmaceuticals. They had a total of 1 clinical trial in progress with 72 participants. The ages that were eligible for this trial were children, adults, and seniors, and the completion date was scheduled for February of this year, 2018. I spoke to my rep at Cytokinetics the other day, but unfortunately, they were unable to share any statistical data regarding the pending results of this clinical trial. But hopefully in the next month or 2, they should be releasing some of this information. Number 4, Novartis Pharmaceuticals. They have a total of 1 clinical trial in progress with 44 participants. Ages eligible for this trial are infants, and the completion date is scheduled for November 14th of 2019. And number 5, Roche Pharmaceuticals. They have a total of 3 clinical trials currently in progress, totaling around 291 participants. Ages eligible for these 3 clinical trials are infants, children, and adults, and the completion date is 1 clinical trial in 2019, 1 in 2020, and the last clinical trial is scheduled to end in 2021. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I'll be getting in contact with my reps at these other pharmaceutical companies, and I'll try to get some updated information. If they give me any updates, I'll make sure that I pass it along to you. Okay, so I went out to my website because I want to share some information with you that you might find useful. The image that you're seeing in this presentation on my website will be different from the website itself because I'm currently in my website builder, so you won't see all of this information on the right. You'll just see the website itself. But a few of you have sent me requests asking me to send you a copy of the PowerPoint presentations that I've done regarding the pharmaceutical companies and their ongoing clinical trials. And I want to share all of this information with you. But instead of sending this via email, I've created a section on my website to where you can go and download these files for yourself. This will make it easier for you and for me. So if you go to my website, you'll see an option that says Downloads. Highlight it and left-click one time. The next option will say PowerPoint Presentations. Again, highlight it and left-click one time to open this web page. You'll see all the presentations that I've done over the last month, including the one that you just watched regarding the pharmaceutical company review. Now, these are not in PowerPoint formats because not everybody has PowerPoint loaded on their computer, but everybody should have a PDF viewer that you either downloaded yourself or it came pre-installed on your computer. And it doesn't matter which operating system that you're using. But if you don't have a PDF viewer, above all of these, you'll see a link that says, click here for the PDF viewer for both types of operating systems. Click on this link and you can go to a website to where you can select your particular operating system and it'll download the PDF viewer for you to use. So again, you can download any of this information and use it at your disposal. Let's say that you wanted to look at cytokinetics. You would click on download one time, and when you click on download, it's going to open this file in your PDF viewer, and this is the actual PowerPoint presentation that I used. You can view it slide by slide, or you can print it up and share this information. Remember, all of the information that I provide you on my website is free to share with anybody that you see fit to share it with. Again, one of the goals of my YouTube channel and my website is to spread the message about SMA, so feel free to share this information. And if anybody has any questions, send me a question and I'll make sure that I answer it. So going back to my website, one other thing that I wanted you to notice is that Biogen does not have a PowerPoint presentation because they do not have an active ongoing clinical trial at this time. If they do develop a clinical trial, I'll not only review it and share this information with you, I'll also put the presentation here on my website. And remember, if you see anything in my presentations or on my YouTube channel, such as a picture or a file that I use in my presentation, and you want a copy of it, send me a request via email, and I'll be more than happy to add it to my website. And I'll also send you an email letting you know that this file is available for you to download. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed those 2 quick videos that I did, and I hope you got some good information out of them as well. Before I end this week's video, I've got a little bit of advice that I want to share with each and every one of you. Something to think about as we go about this coming week. My best friend that I had for nearly 30 years passed away, and it'll be 1 year ago this coming weekend. But whenever we would speak on the phone, he would always ask me, he would say, Michael, what have you done for yourself this week that has made you a better person? And what have you done this week for somebody else that has made them a better person? So let's all think about that as we go about this coming week. Do something for yourself this week that's going to improve the way you live your life and the way you feel. And do something for somebody else that's not only going to improve the way they live their life, but it'll make them feel good about themselves as well. Trust me, it'll make you feel good and it'll put a smile on your face. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate it. I hope everybody's had a fantastic week. God bless you. And until next Sunday, bye-bye.